So at my previous job, I realized that our delete endpoint that was letting users delete their profiles was actually not deleting the users from the database. Then I asked my manager, hey, why is this controller not doing what it's supposed to do? And he said, well, have you heard of the difference between a soft delete and a hard delete? Well, we never do hard deletes. We only do soft deletes. Wink. Then I realized that it's actually pretty smart. Let's say we have this table, right? And we want to remove one of the users. Let's say Emma wants to be gone. She doesn't want to have a profile or account within our company anymore. What we're going to do is, instead of deleting this whole row that belongs to Emma, we're simply going to, in the best case, obfuscate her personal identifiable information, such as the email, the name, and bank account, and so on. And we're going to add the record deleted add that it was deleted, and we can still keep all the numbers, like the orders she's made, the money she spent, so that in the future our analytics teams can actually use this information to build dashboards or some sort. Now, you can come up with a lot of ideas about how you can actually make use of this information, but in this video I'm going to tell you that 95% of the products or companies are actually using soft deletes and not hard deletes as you would have thought. No one is actually deleting the user information. Now, in order to do soft delete, you would ideally have something like this. Let's say we have a users table and we have all of these fields, and you want to make sure that the user, or the username in this case, depends on how they log in, is not unique, right? You don't want to make this constraint unique. Instead, you want to create a partial uniqueness on user's email where the deleted at is null, so that if there was a user with this email, then there's a new user, they can still register, right? And when you do the soft delete, the only thing that you're changing at the moment is you're applying this value of now to the deleted at field, just to indicate that this user has been deleted, like this one here, okay? Otherwise, it's going to be null by default. Now, also, since in every request now you have to filter by deleted at is null whenever you fetch your active users, you can instead create a view so that your requests are much faster, right? And also, every time you want to update the user, instead of doing something like this, your application would normally look like this, because this user is probably referenced in some other databases or tables as well, such as orders. So at the end of the day, you would have to make a transaction to update the user details in the users table, as well as some other tables, for example, orders. Now, this is soft delete, and it basically forces you to do this manual update on all of the tables that you have. Also, if you follow the GDPR or some privacy laws, such as California Privacy Act, you are not allowed to keep this personal identifiable information. So you need to take care of that as well. Otherwise, you're going to be fined. Now, you can also do a hard delete. Okay, hard delete is not easier, right? It can still go wrong, and you might still have some remnants of your user, so you're going to end up with some stale data. But the best way is actually just doing the delete, and all the other tables that reference this user ID are going to have this cascading. All right, you're going to say on delete cascade, meaning every time this user is deleted, the order of this user are going to be deleted automatically. Okay, just wanted to tell you the difference between soft deletes and hard deletes. Hope you guys learned something new. If you did, as always, subscribe. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Goodbye.